These are very commonly overlooked. Which of these surprised you? Went, oh yeah, that's right, I need to do that.
And if you travel with pets, which we do sometimes, there's our pet. When we first picked up our motorhome, their PDI, whatever they did or didn't do, they missed this.
There's a lot to maintain on an RV, from front to back, up and down, tons of maintenance items. Some people are really good about maintaining their RV, some are not so good. But in today's video, short and sweet, we're gonna tell you 5 common maintenance items that are often overlooked.
And we are out on our first spring trip of the year. We have many more trips coming up. There is a checklist that I keep that I go along. We've done other videos talking about things that you should be checking. We'll link the latest one up above. Now, we talked in that other video about your AC vents, the filters in your AC vents. Very important. But here's a place that's often overlooked is going to be the floor vents. Now, we do have propane furnace, propane heating in here in addition to the heat pumps, but our vents are in the floor. And if you travel with pets, which we do sometimes, and just in general, you can get dirt. Oh, there's our pet being nosy.
He wants to be in the video.
You can get dirt in these vents, and then that dirt will in turn get in the system. For an example, in this video, we do have 4 vents here, one by our pantry, and then there's another one over here by our storage, and then there's one in the bedroom. So the first thing we do, this is gonna be specific to the size of the vents that you have, but I use these vent filters. These are 4x12 vent filters. I've had this since day one. So we've had our motorhome, this is now our 7th season, and I just swap these out every year. You can buy them at a big box store, you can buy them online. But what this is going to do, it's going to trap the dirt into the filter. Therefore, it's not getting into the system. So I'm gonna simply remove the 2 screws, take the vent up. This is specific to our motorhome. It may be different for others. Now, I just changed these out a couple of weeks ago, so I'm going to reuse it. These will be super clean. But in the beginning of the season, you'll get dirt, sometimes bugs fall in there. But what that's going to do, it's going to protect from dirt getting inside here. Now, I will vacuum this once a season or so if anything gets through, but it's going to greatly reduce the amount that gets in there. Take the vent out, wash it a little bit of water. Very simple. You could secure these in with a rubber band. All I do is just kind of fold them into shape. And then once it gets into the space here, it's gonna kind of hold itself in place. And that's it. We'll screw them back down. We'll put those filters in every one of the vents. We'll put the link to the filters down below. Let's move to number 2. This one is commonly overlooked. I'll tell you a quick story before we get into it. When we first picked up our motorhome back in 2019, their PDI, whatever they did or didn't do, they missed this. And I picked it up doing a check when we got home, and that's going to be the smoke detector. Now, as you can see over here, our smoke detectors are a little bit different. These are Nest smoke detectors, but what the dealership did not do, obviously they didn't check. You won't see it on this one, but you'll see it on a regular one. There's usually a plastic tab that you have to pull that's in between the contact and the battery. You do that so you save the battery. They never pulled that. Therefore, our smoke detectors were not working, which shows that they really didn't check it. Which brings us to number 2 is going to be checking your smoke detectors. Now, we do have, like I said earlier, these Google Nest smart detectors. They are Wi-Fi connected. They speak to each other. They speak to us if there's a smoke condition, and they do self-test. But what I will do is once a year at least is just go in, make sure there's no corrosion. Now, I use lithium, far less chance of anything corroding in there. And then you'll periodically...
Ready in the kitchen.
You just hit that and you press it and it'll do its test. If you want to blow some smoke, you know, burn something inside your RV and make sure they work, but these do work. So just make sure you check any detectors, not only the smoke detectors, your propane detectors, anything else you may have on there, that they're functioning.
Well, look who's here.
I'm so tired.
It was a long day.
Bazer's so tired. He just went to his bed and he's basically begging us to set up his crate. He's like...
Oh, he's done.
Done.
Wait, at home he sleeps the whole time.
Yeah, he didn't sleep today, so
no.
He's pretty shot. But it was a long day. Thankfully, we're going to get a great night's sleep because if you noticed, we were laying on this beautiful bed, the mattress from our sponsor, RVmattress.com by Brooklyn Bedding. We do have the memory foam mattress on here, but they have all different types of mattresses. So if you want a coil, memory foam, a hybrid of both. They also have the new Titan Plus mattress. They make RV specific mattresses.
And they have a 120-night sleep trial. So you get your mattress. If you don't feel that it's really comfortable, changeable in a couple months. They will work with you to find something that fits your style.
Yeah, the nicest thing about being on our motorhome is that we still get a great night's sleep because we have the extra firm mattress. What's great about them is that they are headquartered in the USA. They're a huge supporter of our channel. But if you go to rvmattress.com/endless and use the discount code
Endless,
you will get 30% off of your purchase, and they already have very reasonable prices. They have excellent reviews. If they run a sale and the discount is more, it doesn't matter. You still go to rvmattress.com/endless. Use that discount code endless. You'll get the highest percentage off. You're not going to, but you always get a minimum of 30. So we want to thank them for sponsoring our channel, sponsoring this video. Again, rvmattress.com/endless. We're going to put the link down below. It's going to be checking your batteries. Now, if you have your classic lead acid batteries, you want to check the fluid levels, of course. Make sure they're appropriate fluid levels. You want to check for corrosion. Now, how do we know about this? Because this happened to us a couple years ago. We had a lot of corrosion built up on our chassis battery. And it actually caused, we couldn't turn anything on. And the battery was like a year and a half old. So I know the battery was good. We had the battery tested and it wound up being corrosion. So one tool that we keep on is a simple little battery terminal cleaner. So you can get these in any big box store. You have here for the actual round connection, you can clean. It's just wire, and this is for the top of the post. You can clean also. And then what we do is there is some anti-corrosion spray. You just spray that on the post. It's a red color. Once that red color goes away, then you know you have to spray again. Once you do that, you will never have corrosion on those battery terminals again. We are on our house battery side. We have our 600 amp hours of Battle Born. These are maintenance-free, truly maintenance-free, but not everybody has this kind of setup. So if you have an AGM or you have the lead acid, you want to check that there's no corrosion again. Now for us, we're going to check that all the connections are tight, everything's clean, which it is. We also can monitor our voltage and the percentage through our Victron Smart Connect. These are just some things that we do to make sure our batteries are in order. Final thing would be the age of the batteries. With your lead acid, they're good 3-5 years or so. The lithiums are going to be much longer, 10-15 years. Next time, we're going to talk about the water system, your water filters. Now, of course, any filters coming into your RV, filtering outside water is important to change those every, whatever it's recommended. Usually it's 3 months or so. You want to change those filters out. One place that is definitely overlooked, we talked about this in another video. There's a filter that has to do with the pump, and that filter can get dirty. What that filter is responsible for is catching any sediment that's coming out of that fresh water tank, stopping it before it goes into the pump to be pumped through the system. Some of the symptoms that you're going to get is you're not going to have good pressure. Also, that pump is going to get really loud, and that's how we know it should be quiet. If it starts getting really loud, likely this filter is clogged up. I'm going to show you how to remove that, at least on our RV, and how we clean it.
So right now, I was inside running the water, and I said it's getting dirty because it's starting to get louder in volume. It's not all the way, like it can get really loud, but it was like 50%.
Yep. So you can see this filter, this has been way worse, but it is starting to get clogged. So I'm just going to take a towel, clean it up. You could use a little bit of wire brush, clean it on both sides. This comes out very easily. It's just 2 tabs to get it out. Now just understand, you want to depressurize the system because when you do take it out, you will have some leakage of water. That's completely understandable. Once it's cleaned up, it's going to insert it right back into the pump. Finally, we're on the rear of the motorhome. Now, this is not a setup that we're using on this trip, but it's going to be our flat tow bar setup. But this can go really for if you're towing something, as far as your truck is towing your RV or your RV is towing your car. You want to check that towing system. We'll talk about the flat tow system as well as our hitch. So we want to make sure that it is in good condition, that the pins are working, they're not rusted out. Also, we did a full video about cleaning the tow bar, the maintenance. We'll link it up above regarding making sure that it's well lubricated, everything is working, that your pins are in good condition. You want to check that pretty regularly. That's an important thing. Make sure all your cables, they're not frayed and they're in good condition also.
So which of these do you do? Which of these surprised you? Went, oh yeah, that's right, I need to do that. Let us know in the comments some of your maintenance tips. And of course, there's plenty more, but these are very commonly overlooked.
Yeah, these are some of them that we have overlooked. That tow bar, definitely that filter. Like I said, with the smoke detector, that was overlooked. So these are things that are very simple to maintain, but are extremely important. If you like videos like this, to the left of us, we'll put our RV DIY playlist. We'll also put our RV newbies playlist. And for myself and MJ, it's Journey of a Lifetime.
See you on the road.